Okay, beautiful souls. I haven't done a video for ages. So I'm going to talk today a little bit about the 1212 portal that is coming upon us. And to be honest, I completely forgot all about it. I've put together a offer that is going into the Facebook community so that you can come and join me on the 1212. I'm going to do a special energy healing and clearing. So it's going to be 7 p.m. AEST, so that's Queensland, Brisbane time. It'll be 8 p.m. for Melbourne, Sydney, New South Wales, and it'll be 9 a.m. for everybody in the UK. So 1212. Let's talk a little bit around this 1212 portal. So, you've heard me talk about in the past, I did a lot around the 88 portal, which was the Lionsgate, which was all about infinity and abundance. And obviously we did an amazing event on that one with Jackie. I did it with Jackie and Julie. So that was all about bringing in your next level of abundance and manifestation, which was really working on the rest of this latter part of the year. And then obviously we have the 1010 portal, we have the 1111 portal, and I did write a little bit around that back last month. So we're wrapping up this year with the 1212 portal. And I wonder if you can actually tune in and feel that energy bubbling or building. So when I did the Facebook Live on Monday in the community, I spoke a lot around the retrograde in regards to the Mercury retrograde, which is obviously all about communication, but also we've got a Mars retrograde as well at this moment in time. And this Mars retrograde is really helping us. It is helping us when it comes to this 1212 portal. So the 1212 portal is all about balancing the masculine and the feminine. So we've got 1 being the masculine, 2 being the feminine. Together they join as a 3, which then becomes the holy, like a triangle, right? And whenever I see the triangle, it's like, okay, who's playing the drama triangle? And a lot of that's been going on, okay? So we've got the 1212 portal. So that portal is like, I see it like a vortex that opens up. And with vortexes, they can either come down like a spiral or they can go up. But this is obviously a downward spiral because we're allowing these energies to come through to help us transform, transmit, and evolve to who we need to be. So 1212 is all about balancing the masculine and the feminine aspects. So this might perk a few of you in your mind in regards to the outside world is always a reflection on the inside. And I was laughing when I was writing this newsletter and obviously writing the notes ready to do this video as well, because I had been thinking the last few days, that's really interesting. Andrew and I have been a little bit narky with each other. Millie's been saying, oh, but the outside world is a reflection of the inside. So it's like literally sunk with me today, like, oh, okay. So my masculine and feminine energies aren't balanced at the moment because there's a bit of disharmony between him and it's not major, but I've been really a bit snappy with him. So looking at that, I'm like, oh, that's quite interesting. So things are out of balance for me, and then my manifestation is what it's showing in the reflection of the outside world. So this 1212 is all about me bringing things back into balance, and it makes perfect sense because back in November, October, November, I was I put the Black Friday offers out. I was doing a lot of session work. So I was like action, go get it. I was very much in my masculine. Whereas this month I really need to be into my feminine because I am creating different programs, packages, services. I've started going through and doing my website, all the different things. All the pretty stuff when it comes to like the checkout pages on my services and my programs, etc., etc., etc. Right? So I need to be in that feminine, but I also need that little bit of balance as well, because we're going to have some. I know I need to have some time off, and I really do need to have some time off because I need to be all guns are blazing for next year with what I'm being shown is coming through for you all. So I need to balance this masculine and feminine energy. And we've got the Mars retrograde. So the Mars energy is very itchy, scratchy, fiery, and it can blow things up. And then we've got all the planetary stuff. And the planetary stuff this December is all about family dynamics as well. So that's been thrown into the mix with everybody as well. So that's why I want to do a healing. And it was funny because on Monday I thought, oh, I'll see everybody next week. But I thought, well, there's something there. Anyway, what I've realised is that I'm going to drop into the group on Thursday evening, so Thursday morning in UK, for a healing. So obviously it will go on to the YouTube channel and you can watch this at any time. So it's going to be balancing the masculine and the divine feminine energies. And of course, something like that is always really, really good. So I'm just going to look at my notes here. So what I want you to do is, if you see this before Thursday, is I want you to have a little pause and have a little think around the fact of, where are you sitting? Which camp are you sitting in more? Are you sitting more in the masculine, or are you sitting more in the feminine? So at this moment in time, are you pushing, forcing, burning the candle at both ends? And that's the actual shadow side of the masculine. So that you've got the shadow side, you've got the light side and the dark side, and then you've got your masculine and feminine. So are you sitting in more in the masculine, but more in the shadow or the light side? So the light side of the masculine is communication, it's logistics, it's strategy, it's moving forward, it's being focused, it's doing, but not burning out. So it's more along those. And then the feminine aspect. So the light side of the feminine is creativity. It is homemaking, doing the Christmas tree, baking, all the lovely stuff. I was watching Mary Berry on Christmas the other day, and she's so divine feminine. She's such a crone and divine feminine. And I could see Andrew looking at going, you never make anything like that. Christmas, because for me, Christmas at my for me, I've always been programmed to be very much in my masculine at Christmas, because as an ex-hairdresser, that was our busiest time of the year, right? But what it used to do is it used to make me really sick. I always used to end up by Christmas really cancel, edit, delete, as sick as anything, because I'm naturally, although I'm pretty good at swinging both ways into my masculine and my feminine, my natural ability is actually to be more in my feminine, but I can push myself into my masculine as well, because because it's you can do that, right? It's a learned behavior, but it's not my natural forte. So so it's really important for me that I always do take some time, so I take some time out, and that I really do rest, because I can as a manifesting generator, I can do a lot of things. So your light side of the feminine is sitting in that lovely creativity. It's that expansive, and that's really what I need to be doing, because that's what I need at the moment in the time for the business, right? Because when you're an entrepreneur, when you're a business owner, and I know some of you will be watching this, you are, and some of you aren't, and it works both ways. But I've had a lot of conversations with people, especially doing the business boost sessions over these last sort of 4 weeks, is that there's always peaks and troughs. Okay, and it can be quite it can, like entrepreneurship and bringing money into the business. And I've had my own business on and off for God, since I was 18, and I'm 50 next year. Because even though as a hairdresser, we still were in charge of our own column, it was like having a business within the business. So, I've had a business for a long period of time, and through business times, there's going to be peaks and troughs where money flow comes in really, really a lot. And then there's times where it peters off. And in those petering off times, that's when you need to rest and repair. You need to get back into the creativity to come up with new ideas and offerings. So, I do work with a lot of other healers that do similar work to me. And, you know, I have to reiterate these conversations with them at times. So, you know, when the work or the money flow isn't coming in and you're not doing as much, this is when you need to get into creativity mode to be able to put in your new offers and your new services, etc. out there and get new ideas. Okay, because we don't always want to be doing the same thing. When you're an entrepreneur, you want to come up with different things. And plus your clientele wants different things, wants different, like more fun, more exciting, what's new. And because you change and evolve and grow, so does your services and things like that. So the light side of the feminine is creativity. The shadow side of the feminine is moodiness, is snappiness. But it makes sense, right? Because if you think before a period, all right, you can be a little bit itchy scratchy. You can have that moodiness. That's the shadow side of the feminine, okay? And it can happen through like perimenopause as well. I mean, you can see it all on like Facebook and Instagram with the reels, you know. But that can actually be the shadow side of the divine feminine. So you can be quite emotional. You can struggle with setting boundaries and constantly overgiving. Okay, so that's a shadow side of the feminine as well. So think of the 12-12 like a good cosmic decluttering. It's your opportunity to wrap things up for the end of the year, ready to go into the next year. And it makes perfect sense, right? The universe delivers this stuff in order to support us, not be a bloody pain in the ass and a hindrance. So if you think about it, you know, we've gone through, we've had the 8-8 portal, the 10-10, the 9-9, the 10-10, the 11-11, 12-12. And, you know, 12-12 is about wrapping up for the end of the year. We're hitting that 12-12-12. Let's get everything balanced, ready for the Christmas period and the new period, and then bringing in, you know, that new year, new you, new times, new beginnings, new affirmations. But it really starts to work around this 12-12. It's like the opening portal for this magical time. And how many times do we say new year, new me, right? But at this period of time, what might be coming up for you is this I'm done with this, like this completion. I'm done with this. This is not how I want to be anymore. I want to step in to something different next year. And I know a lot of you, because I can read the energy within the group and the community, is next year is a 9-year number. So 9-year is all about endings and completions to start off at number 1 again. So this might even be showing up even more for you, okay? And you know, 9 times out of 10, we don't sit down and give ourselves a good coaching session, right? Or setting goals, because that's more masculine. And if you're not naturally attuned to the divine masculine, you'll struggle with that, right? And I do struggle with that at times. It's something that I've really had to learn to set myself goals and targets, because I'm very floaty when it comes to stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I don't need a business plan. Oh, you know, I'll just, you know, I'll create things. And my husband will say there, sit there to me and go, but you need a business plan. Where are you going to follow the plan? And I'm like, but plans never work out, you know, because I'm very much the big vision, the big dreamer. I drive him mad, bless him. But it actually works out better because I am more open to let's see what brings, let's see what the magic happens. So, you know, we've had massive year this year. We're moving into we've moved into the Aquarian era, and it goes back into Capricorn at some point next year. So it feels like a retrograde. We go back over old stomping ground just to readdress things. So we've had a big year energetically, right? And I know a lot of people are tired. So if your body is tired, you need a reset, you need a rebalance. So use the 12-12 portal for this, and use the meditation that obviously I'm going to be channeling. I haven't even tuned into what that is yet. I don't need to. I'll just let it come through. So 12-12, I want you to really concentrate on what you're holding on to that no longer serves you, and what you want to let go of in order to bring things through. And I've had a lot of people this year working with me saying that they need to let things go, but they don't know what's coming. And this is where a lot of people really struggle around that. It's that I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on. I'm going to use this as an example. I'm still going to hold on to this because I don't know what's coming in the other hand, but I don't trust what's coming in the other hand is going to be as good or better than what I've already got. And actually, in all fairness, I felt exactly the same mid-year. I tend to find that I go through a lot of this stuff prior. I was talking to my astrologist Steph, gorgeous Steph, Seeing with Stars. And I actually sent her details to a client yesterday, because a lot of us really struggle with moving forward, because on some level we feel that what we've got is what we deserve, or what we've got at this moment in time. I've worked so bloody hard for it. I haven't got the energy to do it all over again, or to create it, or to trust. Like, a lot of it is trust. A lot of us struggle with trusting that what's coming in is actually bigger and better than what's already there. So we do struggle with letting go, but sometimes the universe is like, you're working through the virtue of trust. You're working through the universe, the laws of manifestation, the laws of attraction, etc. So, come on, put your money where your mouth is, let go of that, because we can't give you until you truly, truly let go, and you either surrender, or that you trust the universe, or you trust yourself, etc., etc. And throughout the mid-year, I was like, seriously, more letting go. It's like, yeah, let go. More letting go, let go. I felt like, oh my God, I felt like I had all this stuff in regards to the business, right? I had all this stuff, and I don't want to let it. I really, I didn't struggle, but I did struggle with the letting go, because I knew that there'd be something coming in, but it felt like a long period of time that I was a bit in an empty void. And sometimes being in that empty void can be uncomfortable. It can be uncomfortable. It feels like you're in a bit of an empty cave. But, I've been through many a time, even moving from the London, UK. Well, it wasn't London, I was living in Yorkshire, and then like moving out to Australia. That was a big, big, big letting go, big learning curve, right? And learning how to jump and do it and start a new life. So I've done it a few times. I've moved from London up to Yorkshire, to Melbourne, Melbourne up to here in Brisbane. And the last two properties that we've had, I've sold them, and I've had no idea where I'm going, right? And I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable with the uncomfortable. But when it came to business stuff, I was like, woo, okay, woo, okay. But what I found is, now more stuff's coming through, and even moving from one platform to another on my business side of things. um, I scanned the different digital products that I have, and it's like, no, that's not going across. No, that's not going across. Um, just this is going across, because I am a creator, so I can create and channel more things. So it's not an issue. But I still had a deep connection to a lot of my digital products and my work, right? But that's not who I am anymore. I was creating those a number of years ago, and that's not my body of work anymore. It's much better, much better. So at the moment, what are you holding on to? What are you trying to control? Um, and is there anything that from a pain and suffering point of view are you still holding on to? So that's what I want you to think about when you come and you listen to the video, come and listen to the healing, or you'll rewatch the video for Thursday for this 12/12. You want to be thinking over the next few months, you know, get creative. Do you want to create some vision boards? Do you need to create some crystal grids? You know, write it down, speak it out, you know, really set your intentions for next year, because this 12/12 is going to be, it's going to be quite pivotal, because, you know, if we're going into this 9 year next year, and the 9 year is all about completions. Okay, why don't you set yourself off on the right foot? And a lot of us have already started to make completions already this year, because some of you might be a little bit ahead of the game, and some might not. Some might be a bit more slower, and that's okay. It's okay. Everything is always in perfect timing and perfect order. I hate it when my teachers say that to me. I go, because I always want to be, you know, one ahead of the game, That's just me. So enjoy this video blog, enjoy the information that I've sent out in the newsletter, and I'll look forward to seeing you live, hopefully in the group. If not, you'll get to enjoy the replay. And from the 12/12, what I'm going to do is that every day I'm going to do the 12 days of giftmas. So every day there will be something special for you, from my heart to your heart, as part of, you know, a fantastic couple of years, a good 18 months I've been running this group now, and my way of giving back to you all at Christmas, and that you can enjoy some services and offers. So, you know, whether that is something that you want to take up, that's perfectly up to you. But yeah, they'll only be live for one day, so for 12 days of Giftmas. So that will be it, and then we will start it on the 12/12 up to the 24th. So sending you lots of love. I look forward to seeing you all very soon. Take care.